Hi, in this video, I'm going to do a short presentation about business intelligence, and I have some guiding questions here. The first one goes, explain the concept of business intelligence, including the 5 working stages of business intelligence and its advantages. Business intelligence is a discipline that involves use of tools and techniques to collect, analyze, visualization in form of reports and graphs, and then how we can share this data produced by a company in all its activities. Over time, such data can be analyzed to develop trends that can be used later to predict business practices. And then after predicting these practices, we can invest accordingly. And then business intelligence goes through the following stages. First is collection, where we collect data needed for our database from the various data sources that our business. There can be both internal and external data sources that give us the data. So the first stage is collection, where we get this data from all those sources. Then organization of this data, where we categorize and classify it for easy understanding and usability. Then analysis, which involves describing the data statistically and logically for better evaluation. Then sharing this data, making it available to any personnel who is supposed to access it. The data analysts, the business personnel, everyone who is supposed to access this data, the managers, the stakeholders, this data has to be made available to them so they use it for their various reasons. And then controlling the data, how the data is governed when it is stored, who is supposed to access, how, when, why. So that's how the data is governed. And at the end, it gives decision support because of the trends it generates, where decisions can be made accordingly. And then my second part is about evolution of business intelligence. Let's say business intelligence dates back to 1865. The term was first used by Richard Miller Devens in his book titled Business Anecdote Cyclopedia. That was way back 1865. But later in 1958, Hans Peter Land wrote an article, a business intelligence program for IBM, that clarified and gave a straightforward approach to the idea of business intelligence framework. And then 2 years later in 1960, computer data adventure companies had a lot of data in their databases, yet no software was available. So these guys had a lot of data, but they couldn't use that data for anything because there was no software used for manipulation or analysis or doing anything to this data. So it was there, but the data was dormant. And then in the 1970s, big players, the BM Group and then the Sebel, came in after realizing the need for analytical systems. These guys started building because there are companies who were generating data and storing it, but there was nothing they could do with this data because there were no tools to analyze strategically, visualize this data to give meaning. So the BM Group and Sebel came in to start development of such analytical systems. And then in 1970 to 1988, there was a lot of streamlining of business intelligence research. Many people became interested in the field, so people came together to make research. How can it be possible? The previous concepts which were there, trying to visualize them. And then from 1988 to 1990, International Conference on Data Analysis Consortium in Rome was planned to arrange business intelligence investigations. So this is research works that people had done. How was it going to be arranged to make something solid that was about the concept of business intelligence? Then a few years later, in 2000, there was release of first wave of applications from the research. People knew what was needed, so applications had to be released. That was in 2000. 2000 came with cloud storage. Cloud storage where you can save your files remotely. So an organization can easily save their files on a cloud storage service and access it even without needing to have a server room within the organization premises. Then in 2007, there was popularity of the concept of big data. Then in-chip technology gained fame later in 2010. Sophisticated business intelligence tools in 2016 were introduced where a single app would meet uh, all major needs of business units. So it kept evolving. The applications people had produced had to go under updates, upgrades, whereby by 2016, there are very many tools that you can use that can help you in attaining business intelligence within your organization, whereby they could help you govern whatever data is there and help you make decisions accordingly. And in 2017, cloud applications adopted cloud storage became very popular by 2017. And then 2018, the rise of augmented analytics and AI in presence of data visualization on cloud storage. There was data visualization and cloud storage, but then you bring in AI. Artificial intelligence helps you even visualize the data better and make better decisions. Then in 2019, artificial intelligence became more popular. More people knew about it. Then 2020, the rise of agile business intelligence, embedded business intelligence, collaborative real-time analytics, and then some new business intelligence trends, including data automation, data governance, explainable AI-driven, AI-driven business intelligence system, which improve data clarity and data quality management. This is actually where data in the database can be automatically worked upon by a system which is already programmed. So that's data automation where you don't have to practically do everything. As long as the data enters, the system knows what data it is and how it's supposed to be handled. And then the components of business intelligence architecture. The question asks me to discuss the stages and with an illustration. So the illustration is right here, where we go through the stages of metadata. Metadata is data about other data in the database. It explains what the data is, gives a data meaning. I mean, if there is 1, 2, 3, 4, what is 1, 2, 3, 4? The numbers of people in this class, that is the metadata. So it helps in technical, business, and process. So it classifies this data into the different fields. And the data source is where this data is coming from. Is it external? Is it internal? Internal sources include the ERP, CRM, and sales. Then human resources. Then external sources include business, the internet, and finance. Internet is like for research and all that. And then data management. Data management, there's an explanation here. Necessary data is identified using online analytical processing, ETL procedures, and data mining. Then business intelligence is used to make a report on the observation. So that's data management. Then data storage, where all the data is stored in a departmental way, where each department has where it has to access its data. And then data analysis, involves inspection, cleaning, transformation of data aimed at finding valuable knowledge reporting findings, and facilitating decision making. Then the business intelligence tools and features. These are tools that help us in running the processes. Software pricing models, and system requirements are all under the business tools. They give us what the system needs for some of these tools to work and how they are priced. Then the next question asks me to discuss different types of business intelligence tools and their benefits. The first one is Zoho Analytics tool. This helps ease in generation of powerful reports, clarification of information, gives actionable business insights, which turn raw data into intuitive visualization. Zoho is used for business intelligence self-service with key performance indicators, online reporting platform, and other business metrics. It helps streamline activities like data gathering and also empowers data visualization through dashboards and simplified question charts. That's Zoho Analytics. And then Sisense is another business tool. This one helps just in building smarter strategic decisions. Sisense provides a high level of flexibility for both startups and developing enterprises. It enables data cleaning, consolidation, exploration, and then visualization of data through visual reports using intelligence analysis. Easy user interface, that's for the user to easily use the system, and then quick adaptation of constraints and information sharing. Then this one is by Microsoft, the company. It's called Microsoft Power Business Intelligence, which helps integrating knowledge from various sources as nearby databases, storage sources, cloud information sources, and Excel records. It integrates the business environment, and accurate dashboard reports can be published in a secured manner with no constraint in speed and memory to visualize the integrated data. And then the board business intelligence is a management-based intelligence toolkit that combines business intelligence and corporate performance management. Business intelligence is designed to the board business intelligence is designed to deliver business intelligence reports, corporate performance management reports, and the business analytic reports. Then these tools have their benefits, and I generalize them. Some of them include increasing the company efficiency. By all means, when you use these business intelligence tools and you're making better decisions, the company picks up efficiency because you're working better and saving a lot more time and making decisions which are strategically right. And then the second one is easy accessible vital data. Business intelligence tools help make it very possible that everyone who is mandated to access data is able to access it. Everyone, the data analysts, programmers, the systems admin, the stakeholders, all of them can see their respective data. I mean, those who plan for the company can view the company from all perspectives and make strong decisions. I mean, they have access to all the data that they need to run. They can see how things are going on, make decisions based on that. Then there is a strong investment return when business intelligence helps us make good decisions, and these decisions yield actually. There is a potential that the returns will be a lot. I mean, the company will be earning very well. And then decision making informed. Decision making is basically the main thing here, because business intelligence helps us predict the future. I mean, if you collect data for a full year, and then it's able to draw you a graph which shows the trend, a curve showing where the business was high and low. Then you can use this to decide what to do next year at around the same period. Where there was high demand, you make more production. Where there was low demand, you do it accordingly. Yeah, thank you. That was it for my presentation.